Welcome to Ultimate DIY, where you learn to be your own handyman. Today, we are going to replace a shutoff valve behind a toilet. We're going to install a quarter turn angle valve. This is going to be a compression fitting. It's going to have a 1/2 inch supply line coming in, and it's going to go out to a 3/8, which you're going to find is the most common size today found in homes. Now, this particular valve is going to give me a little bit of trouble. When I go to pull off the little compression ring on the inside, it is extremely stuck, and it was cranked down so hard that it is grooved into the copper and you cannot pull it off. So you're going to get to see me use my compression tool to be able to pull that off. So without any further ado, let's get inside and let's get this thing off. All right, guys, it is very tight quarters in here, so I'm going to do everything I can to stay out of your way. You'll need a couple of open-end adjustable wrenches, a good light, and water needs to be shut off. Place one on the actual fixture and one on the nut. This one needs to be tightened just a little. There we go. There we go. And we break it loose. There we go. Just like that. And take it all the way off. Here we go. All right, guys, so this one is a little stubborn, so I went ahead and grabbed the flare tool. So simply move it back till you get it where these hooks will go behind. So you simply put the point with the piece in here. Like that, hold it and keep moving. And it will simply pull that little ferrule right off. There it's coming. It was in a groove, guys, that was keeping it from wanting to come off, but it is moving out slowly right now, just about to the end. There it is. All right. And you can see it right there. That was a tough one. All right, so now I've got little teeth that have been kind of cut into here, or little grooves. So I use my little blue monster and we clean everything in. Go just like that. All right, so after fighting with it and getting it off, you try to get rid of as much of those grooves as you can. This is what we're going to put on. It's going to be a brass craft. It's 1/2 inch pipe, so you got 1/2 inch, 3/8 diameter. Now the 3/8 is going to be where your water line hooks up. So you're going to find that that is pretty well common in most places today. So we're simply going to open it up, take it out, and your little ferrule is inside of here already, just like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to feed this on first, like this, and then you're going to put your ferrule in, just like that. Okay, right here and here. So what happens is when you take this nut and you start to screw it on to here with the threads, it's going to compress the ferrule. So you want to make sure this is up where it needs to be. This is going to be pushed up against it. We're going to pull that and we're going to start tightening. Just like that. I'm trying to stay out of your way still. And let's see if we can grab a hold of this again. Let's see. That's going to be here. And kind of hard to do this and stay out of your view. There we go. So there it is. And now make sure we've got that good and tight. There we go. Now that should be good. Now your water is on, so if you were to turn it on, it's going to spray. So turn it to the off where it's going to cross with, and then we test the water. All right, guys, water's back on. Everything is dry, full pressure. Now, if you notice, I did not go straight up and down like they had it originally. I don't like that when I'm reaching in a small area like this and trying to get behind. I like to angle mine slightly so that when I put my new hose on, it's easier to get it started and get it on. But you can see here underneath the tile where it was actually wet, where this thing had been dripping for a while. And you have a carpeted floor on this side of the wall and on this side. So it was probably getting moisture on that carpet. Okay, guys, there you go. It is totally installed. Went in easy. I had a little bit of trouble with that ring like I told you I was going to have at the very beginning. All I had to do, though, is use that tool to pull it off. Now, when you put these on, make sure that the valve is pushed all the way up against the copper, and then take that little ring, pull it, push it all the way up to the valve. Then your nut, tighten it down. Make sure it's good and tight. It should not be able to move. If it's moving, it is going to leak, and when you turn on the water, you're going to have us, basically spray everything. So make sure that it's tight. Have somebody stand there at the valve and watch it while you turn the water back on, so you can turn it off immediately if it needs to be tightened a little bit more. But it's extremely easy. You don't have to use a torch. You don't have to use any special tools. Basically a couple of open end wrenches, and you can install your own water shutoff valve that quickly. So if you are not a subscriber, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that little bell notification button so that you know about all my upcoming videos. Matter of fact, if you hit it twice, it will let you know about every single video as I release them. One last closing question, guys. Have you ever had to install your own valve? And if you did, what type did you install? And did you have any trouble? I'd really like to read the comments on this one. So hopefully, guys, you got something out of this video, and we will see you on the next one.